For years, Judge Greg Mathis was admired not only for his commanding presence in the courtroom but also for the powerful redemption story he shared with the world. A man who overcame a troubled past to build a career rooted in justice, discipline, and family values. His long marriage was often cited as proof that growth and stability were possible, which is why rumors of an immediate divorce following a pivotal moment sent shockwaves through fans and viewers alike. What made the situation so gripping wasn't just the suggestion of separation, but the silence that surrounded it, fueling speculation about what could have caused such a sudden and decisive shift. Those close to the situation described it not as a dramatic scandal, but as the culmination of years of quiet strain that had been hidden behind public smiles and professional success. Judge Mathis built a life in the spotlight, where every word carried weight and every action was scrutinized, and that kind of pressure can slowly erode even the strongest private bonds. Insiders suggested that a deeply personal realization, rather than a single explosive event, may have been the true catalyst, a moment when unspoken issues could no longer be ignored. As Mathis' career expanded and his public role grew larger, the demands on his time, energy, and emotional availability increased, often leaving little room for the personal connection that sustains a marriage over decades. What fans saw on television, a confident judge delivering tough love, was only one side of a man balancing immense responsibility behind the scenes. The idea that he would immediately choose divorce speaks less to impulsiveness and more to a breaking point reached after prolonged reflection. Some speculated that a private disagreement, a boundary crossed, or a realization about incompatible futures finally forced clarity where compromise had failed. What made the situation especially heartbreaking was the contrast between Mathis' public advocacy for accountability and the deeply human struggle of acknowledging when a relationship can no longer be repaired. Those familiar with his philosophy noted that he has always emphasized consequences, truth, and self-respect, principles that don't disappear when the cameras turn off. In that context, the decision to end a marriage could be seen not as abandonment, but as a painful act of honesty. The lack of public details only intensified curiosity, but it also highlighted Mathis' refusal to turn his private life into entertainment. He chose restraint over spectacle, understanding that not every truth belongs in a courtroom or on a stage. For longtime viewers, the situation challenged assumptions about strength and success, revealing that even those who dispense wisdom daily are not immune to emotional crossroads. The speculation surrounding the divorce also sparked broader conversations about the cost of long-term fame, the strain it places on relationships, and the unrealistic expectation that public figures must embody perfection at all times. Judge Mathis' story reminded many that growth doesn't end with success. It often introduces new challenges that require equally difficult decisions. Whether the catalyst was a single moment or the final weight of years of unresolved tension, what followed marked a clear boundary between the life he had lived and the one he chose to pursue next. In the end, the most striking part of the story wasn't the divorce itself, but the dignity with which it was handled. Judge Greg Mathis didn't explain, accuse, or perform his pain. He acted decisively and moved forward, proving that sometimes the hardest judgments are the ones we make in silence, away from the bench, when no verdict feels like a victory.